Good morning, everybody. So I decided to do another video. I had this goal of doing one a week, but hey, if I'm feeling inspired to do one, I may as well just do it. Why set rules? I wanted to start off this video by saying I can speak. I have important things to say, and there's people who want to hear what I have to say. So I'm here at Waterfall Canyon. It's a big waterfall with a beautiful view again. Oh, there you go. Cool view of Ogden Valley. So I woke up this morning and I decided that I wanted to talk about the emotion that drives us all, especially in this modern society. Things are changing, but we still have old school tendencies that it's time to get rid of. When I talked about my video on anxiety and stuff and taking action and doing things that we love to do, I didn't elaborate on the things that stop us from doing what we want to do. And from experience in my own self-exploration, I've discovered that the thing that stops me from doing a lot of things is fear. You can always look at life and do things from a perspective of love, which is a high vibration and openness and excitement, things that feel good, or we get stuck in a lower vibration of, and a lot of times it's fear. We learn fear at such a young age, and like in school and by our parents and by our friends and teachers. They don't really know it, but when people use fear tactics to get us to do what they want, it's a form of control. And there's not always bad intentions when it comes to control. I mean, we as parents use fear tactics with our kids to get them to listen or to keep them safe because it's our own fear of something happening to them. But we do put fear in their heads, and as they grow older, sometimes they'll think twice about doing certain things because it scares them. I want to use an example because I'm guilty of this. Is Charlie, when she turned about 2 or 3, she would run away from us, and she would just keep going. She wouldn't stop. So, we would be like, "Oh, there's a spider! Like, hurry, come back!" To get her to come back. And this has saved her multiple times, like in a parking lot. When she's running towards a car, and you say, "Oh, come back, hurry!" and she would come running back. But now she has this insane fear of spiders, and I have to admit guilt to her and apologize to her and try to break that belief system that I just put into my daughter's head unintentionally. And that's a good example of control. And in school we're taught, get good grades and listen and sit down and, don't talk to people in class, otherwise you get bad grades, and bad grades means failure, and we go home and we have to face our parents. It's a form of fear. It's, they use that as a way to control us in school. Whether it's wrong or right, that's up to you to decide. But as we grow up, we still carry that vibration of fear, and it keeps us from doing the things that we want. When it comes to finding out what you love to do and what you want to do with your life, and you feel stuck and you just don't know what steps to take, my suggestion would be to go in the direction of what scares you. If you think that you want to go out and travel, but you don't know how, you're scared, you don't know how you're going to pay for it, you have a job that you don't want to leave, those things that scare you and make you feel uncertain are going to stop you from doing something that you're curious about. And we have this weird, like, idea about failure that it's a bad thing, and it's not. Failure's not bad. The only thing that failure teaches us is we fail. We have two options. We're going to try again because we really want this, and we're going to try harder and we're going to succeed, or, well, we didn't like that, maybe we're just going to go in a different direction. It's just a better way of looking at failure and the fear of failure. I don't know. Fear is a big one for me because I love to hike. You guys know this. And I always hiked with people in California. I had people who, I could just say, hey, let's go hike. And I had a group of people to go with. And every time I was out hiking, family or, coworkers are always like, you don't hike alone, do you? Like, you should never hike alone. And then when I moved out here and I didn't have anyone to hike with, I just didn't hike unless I had somebody else to go with me. And what I've learned this week is I've hiked 3 times by myself. And I see people out here all the time hiking alone. In the last 3 days, I've come across more single hikers than I saw one couple hiking. And it was just an older retired couple. And I'm thinking, like, they're not scared. Why am I scared? I think I should be more scared going to the grocery store at night by myself than being out in nature. And, it is what it is. Fear is how you look at it. And I really think that when you find yourself stuck, find out what's keeping you stuck. What are you scared of? What makes you feel safe? Sitting at home instead of going out and socializing with people. It's safe because we don't have to be ourselves. I'm guilty of that. Like when I go out to Billy's shows and stuff, like I have to drink to fit in versus then most of the time I don't want to drink, so I just stay home. But if I could go out and just be myself and meet people and be confident in doing that, then it would be a fun time for me. And I'm trying to look at life from that perspective because that's healthy. And living in fear and such a low vibration, and that was so comfortable for so long that, life is passing by and I'm not learning anything. I'm not teaching anybody. I'm just stuck. And I don't want to be like that anymore. So I'm out here and I'm conquering my fears, and I encourage you to do so too. I think the last thing that I want to use as an example, there was a pivotal moment in my life when I discovered the power of conquering fears. My friend invited me to go bungee jumping off of the bridge to nowhere in California. And I think it's like a 10-mile hike in and out, and you pay $80 and you're basically jumping off of a bridge. I actually have the video of it on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. I think it's like the first video. But I was like, I'm terrified of heights. I don't want to do this. But I paid the $80. I added value to the hike, and I'm like, well, I get up there and I'm like just shaking with fear. I feel sick. And I'm just thinking, either I'm going to eat my $80 or I'm going to fucking jump off this bridge. And I jumped, and I swear to God, I have never been scared of heights again. Completely cured my fear of heights. So that was just a good pivotal moment, and you can check out that video. But just, that's it for today. I love you guys. If you have any requests for videos or some advice that you are needing, just let me know. Leave a comment. Bye-bye.